Hey there, Juan Morales here, and in today's episodes, we're going to talk about one of the most important things I've learned in the past 20 years at least, that makes such a fundamental shift in the way that you approach anything, in the way that you achieve anything, and in the way that you overcome obstacles and set yourself up for success in the future. And it comes down to this statement: discipline pays dividends. You always want to think in terms of discipline pays dividends. Now, why is this such a fundamental shift? Because it affects everything. It's not just on the one thing that you're doing. It's not just on the core part of your business or whatever you believe that you should exercise. The truth is, in your whole life, anything in your life where you can exercise discipline, you will see dividends from that in the near future. And this comes to everything. This is from weight loss and dieting, all the way to building your business, all the way to establishing relationships, all the way to everything, because I haven't seen any goal worth achieving yet that does not require discipline in order to achieve it. And as a matter of fact, the number one reason why most people don't achieve their goals is because they don't think in terms of discipline paying dividends. Now, here's why that saying to me is so important. Because that's the saying that I tell myself when I'm running low on the discipline, when I want to break, when I want to cheat, because I'm not seeing the result right away. It's one thing to get something where you have that immediate feedback of it worked and all that happened, and let's say you got the sales or you lost the weight or you did whatever you wanted to do. But chances are those things don't happen right away. There's a lot of work that happens before that usually happens. And many people, if not most people, give up. Or basically just give up on what was getting them there. They started doing well. Let's say they started a business and they started crafting their stuff and putting their ads on social media, and they started pushing out content, and they start doing all those things. And then a little bit of time passes, and because they're not seeing that immediate win, that above sea level win, that allows them to see and know that they got it, because they haven't seen that yet, they give up. Instead, what I challenge you to do is to, when you're feeling that, and you're saying to yourself, I'm not going to do it, or I'm going to push it off, or maybe tomorrow, always remember, discipline pays dividends. Now, I have a confession to make here. I didn't feel like making this episode today. I thought that I had created enough episodes already, and it's all out there, and I'm just not feeling into it. And that was what came up. Discipline pays dividends, always. You can't think of any situation where your discipline is not going to yield dividends for you. There isn't a single way, a single instance where you can claim that. So when it comes to it, always remember that discipline pays. It does. And the more that you're able to tell yourself that, especially in that little moment of hesitation where you're about to go backwards and you're about to give in on your goals, on your objectives, on what you're trying to accomplish. But if you shift it back to discipline pays dividends, always, that gives you all this power, because you're able to realize that, okay, it is about getting to the goal, and it is about getting that objective, but I'm also about exercising my own discipline. And as Jocko Willink calls it, discipline equals freedom. Now, I'm not saying that you have to go full-on military style with it, sort of Navy SEAL Jocko doing his thing. But what I'm saying is that when you're giving in, when the excuses start mounting up, when the putting off starts taking over, that's when you want to tap into that part of yourself, that inner voice, and tell yourself, discipline pays dividends always. Keep repeating that to yourself until you get back on track. And I guarantee you're going to see more results faster and easier than ever before. Because that discipline is already in you. You just lose sight of it. You just lose sight of what's about to happen. So when you remember by saying discipline pays dividends always, guess what? Now you are taking yourself back to that point of, hey, the discipline itself is a magic. The discipline itself of me doing what I'm supposed to do is getting me better every single day at what I'm supposed to be doing. If I'm working out, the discipline will pay off. If I'm getting clients, the discipline will pay off. If I'm looking for a partner, the discipline will pay off. And I want you to always remember that, because it's such a missing piece in the most critical time when we're at that point about to give in. That's when we don't think about this. But the truth is, if you remember every time, discipline pays dividends always, you're going to get back on track. And that, my friends, is when you're going to take over and push yourself to that next level that you're yearning for. Remember, discipline pays dividends always. Till next time, this is Juan Morales signing out. I'll see you on the next one.